Hello, welcome to Scrap Time episode 1060. My name is Christine and on today's episode I'm showing you the Crafters Workshop mini templates. Today I'm showing you the Crafters Workshop mini templates. They're stencils and masks and they're made by a bunch of the designers from the Crafters Workshop. So example, some might be called Rebecca's Remnants or Rhonda's Fragments or Balls or Bits. So they go under different names, but they're all these little mini 4x4 or smaller templates. Now I have a lot here that are more sort of textury, but there are quite a few that are images such as the feather and trees and flowers as well. So you have to check out all their designs. There's many to choose from. This is just a handful. So I use these templates in a few ways. So here with this template, I decided to use some white paint. I did all of these over collage sheets I had done previously. So I just did the white paint and I did like heavier around here to softer, and it just gives you that light texture, still showing the collage sheet underneath pulling through the white. And then I placed it onto a card. Like I cut it a bit smaller and put it onto a card. So in the next few, I decided to use black gesso. So I laid my template on, however I laid it, and covered it with black gesso. And then you have the background pretty much obscured, and then just wherever the mask was in this case, you have that color showing through. So for this one here, this one was more of a stencil. So I put it down and just put the black gesso through there. Now with this one, because we're very close to the edge, what I did was I actually put a little bit of washi tape just to mask off that area so I didn't get the black on the other areas of the tag. Here's another stencil. So I did the same thing with this one. I put it on and then I masked off around the edges to make sure I didn't get black where I didn't want it. And again, I just put it onto a card. So this was similar, but now I used heavy body paint. So I went into colored paint, not just black. Here we have this stencil. I put it on, put some tape around, and just with the purple, so it has a color that looks nice with the background of the collage paper. And I like to use these little tags that say hello, and that other one said hey there. These are scrap pieces I had that I just cut into a tag, like they were the edges of collage sheets. But then what I'll do is I'll write notes on the back of these if I have to send a note with Gemma to school, to the teachers. So I'll use these little tags to write teachers' notes on. So for this one, I used this stencil here, and I put it down and I used heavy body paint, and then I moved it around, and so I kept moving it and doing a little bit of paint and overlapping it just to give this interesting background or interesting design to the card. And I used a few colors of heavy body paint with some purples and pinks. And then this final one here, I used the feather. So if you had any of those image little stencils, this would work well. And again, I did 3 colors of the heavy body paint. So the background is covered. You get this nice little gradation of color with the feather just popping off the card there. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to use this stencil here on this piece of paper that's not laying flat. And I'm going to use a heavy body acrylic in a blue, so that way it will look nice with the blue and green in the background. Put a little bit down. So you have 2 ways. I could go with blue, it will look nice, or you could go with more, say, of a an orange or red or something, and then it would really make a high contrast, and the design will sort of pop off the page. I'm using a sponge, and down here I can just paint over that. And then when I go over the stencil, I go up and down. Now, heavy body paint is good for a couple reasons. It's thick, so it covers up a lot of that background design, but it's also not too wet. So if you have a really wet paint, if it goes under the stencil, you won't get that nice crisp stencil image. So heavy body paint is good because it doesn't move, it's not wet, and won't like leak underneath your image. Now let's see if I can get this done before I run out of paint. I won't have it as thick up here. And we take it off, and there we have the nice image. The colors just sort of work nicely together, the blues with the greens and yellows. And just like that, I now have a front to a card. Or you can use it for tags. You can do this on a background of an art journal page. You can do it for a scrapbook layout, whatever you want. And so that gives you some ideas of using these Crafters Workshop mini templates. And again, check them out. There's a lot to choose from, and I'm sure you'll find something that you'll like. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out our website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, we're going to be making some duct tape coasters. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.